You know that moment when you just know you need a break. There doesn't really seem to feel or be anything. In fact, things could be absolutely going fantabulous. And you're just enjoying the day, enjoying the things, the people you're surrounding yourself and the things that you're doing. And then, and it's just that, like, I need a break. I have absolutely needed a break. I felt that today because it's already, I'm looking at the clock, it's already past 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, because it's mountains here. And that's funny because there are mountains even in different time zones. My point is that I absolutely have just enjoyed my day. I have been, Lynette, my daughter, came up yesterday evening, and it was just fun being with her. And I mean, I've been with her. We mostly are together, but usually in the other house, we pretty much live together. But it was so nice having her come up here and be here and to go do the things that we used to do up here. So, but I just felt we went and had coffee at an organic coffee shop this morning where we always go, and when she's here, and things that we just enjoyed. We went and got a pastry or two or three, and took the dogs for a walk in town, and it was just a really nice day. And then we've been all the things that we were going to do to help me get this house, you know, in control. We just took time and just spent time. We watched reruns of, is it Down Under, something, and so we watched that, a few of those shows, and just enjoyed being. And the stability moment for me is when you just know that maybe you've just bit off a little more than you can chew, or you think that you feel that. So today, I didn't want to do this video. I literally just wanted to stay, we're grilling right now, and it's just such a gorgeous evening, and I just wanted to just do that. And I thought that's the stability moment, because I don't want to do the video. I don't ever not want to do the video. I love doing these videos. And because I committed to doing it, I really don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew. But I thought about it. I thought maybe there are some times when it takes a little bit to do this, to do this video and actually get it up there and do my thumbnail where I'm making some face or something. Whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm lifting up this up because I'm a little bit there. So I'm not. And so I just wanted to share that with you, because sometimes the stability moment is like, wow, everything is just perfect right now, and I really don't want to work. And because I made a commitment, I did it. And the other thing is, I don't really see it as work. I see it as an art, my craft, what I do, what I share. And when I brought myself back to you and potentially helping you with this moment, I thought this is exactly what it needs to be. So that is the stability moment. And it's funny. You might think, a person might think, well, I'm being lazy, I'm not motivated, I just don't feel like doing this right now, and it's and like, what's wrong with me? And it's really your nervous system talking to you and saying you just need a little more capacity right now. And capacity is, that doesn't mean worthiness. It doesn't mean your character. It has nothing to do with any of that. It literally is just information. Capacity is information. And that's what it's about today, because This is the moment when you know you need a break, and for to just sit with it and not judge it. Like I said, I could do 2 tomorrow and catch up, and 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 then I just thought, there's nothing wrong with where I'm at right now. I'm just enjoying, and it has been go 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 go, especially since I got here, because I think I mentioned that Charlie had gotten an abscess. I don't know whether I did or not. Charlie the cat, and so as soon as I got here, there was that to do. There was mice and a chipmunk, and they had made nests here on the deck in this little. You can see the little carpet behind me, the blue, but there was all kinds of things happening, and so there was a lot to do when I got here, and it's been kind of go 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 since then. It's been a couple of days, so literally it's like, ask yourself what would support me, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've been like, what would support me? Just being with Lynette, going and doing the things that we did before Steve passed, going to town, going to the organic coffee shop, going to, seeing our friends. And another little thing that had me with a micro instability. So we know the micro stabilities that we can stack, but it's like taking a breath, say 4 for the count of 4 in and 6 out. It doesn't have to be that number, but it's like, when you go like that breath in, that's the sympathetic. When you breathe out, that's the parasympathetic. So you go in fewer and out more, and that activates your vagus nerve. So we know that is after now 67 days. Today's 67, our 67th day together. So we know that activates the vagus nerve, and that is a microstability. And so is putting, drinking some water, putting your hands down, like knowing that you're safe, like putting them down on your desk or the table and feeling it, or putting your feet on the ground and knowing that you are safe in the moment. The micro instability was that the person that is at the coffee shop, he and his family, and they've been here for 6 years, are moving to the Dallas area. And I was like, that's just another change. We talk about these micro instabilities, and they can throw us off a little bit. And so there's just been like little things, missing Steve, just Steve, my husband of 35 years. So just a lot of little things where I just needed a little bit of time, a little, a break. And that was really interesting. I thought that is a stability moment when we can actually like create. And for me, it was, what was my microstability? And my microstability was to actually just say, you can do this. Like this is something that you actually want to do. And so it was my self-talk, and it's true. I do want to do it. And I didn't feel like doing it because that meant I had to, put my pink makeup on, and I make things very simple. It's not like I do a whole lot. And just and I had to like kind of fix my hair. As you could tell, it looks kind of like, but the point is, I had to actually prepare myself a little bit, even if it might look otherwise. And that is a little bit of work and takes a little effort. So, but yet the end is to be with you and to share the message of stability, of you, that the whole point is you can literally rewire your brain with the programs you choose, because you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. And you can rewire those programs. We're talking about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself until you take your very last breath. And the very cool thing that we have learned, and especially in the last couple of days, is with the nervous system, we stabilize that nervous system, we get capacity. So literally the self-talk gave me capacity, and focusing on you and focusing on the message and focusing what it is that I want to get out, the message of that we get programmed, and we can change those programs, and we can stabilize our nervous system. And that in that very moment, that before we, what stops us from finding the success in our life that we want to? What stops us when we are, yesterday's video, what stops us from right at that moment when the phone rings, and we don't actually ask the person out, or we don't ask for the raise, or we don't make the decision that's going to take us on a path that we feel is like best for us. Those are those moments. Like this is the message. Like, you literally can recognize that and stabilize yourself, rewire your self-talk, and move yourself forward to coming from a stabilized position to change that part of your life into doing something that you absolutely are so afraid to do. And so that's really where I'm at. So your self-talk phrase is, I can pause without giving up. I can rest without quitting. My capacity returns when I honor it. And that's it. I can pause without giving up. I can rest without quitting. My capacity returns when I honor it. So stability isn't pushing through everything, and I could have pushed through to do it, and I wouldn't call what I'm doing pushing through. I had a recognition. I had the self-talk, and I focused on what is most important to me, and that is not most, but is very important to me, and that is my message. Because sometimes stability is recognizing your capacity or lack thereof in the moment, right when you need it, and before you completely run out of it. That's really importante. And remember that awareness creates choice, and choice that is your choice creates stability, because you know where you're going, and you're choosing from a place of stability. So that is today's stability moment. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do it. As always, shining my light to brighten yours, and we will see you tomorrow for day 68. Ciao.